Let's talk to spokesperson Stuart Green right now for more on how to get around this evening. Stuart, happy early New Year's to you. I hope you've got some good plans for tonight. Sounds like the TTC, good way to go. Free service, when does it start? When does it end?
Happy New Year early to you as well. The free service starts around 7 tonight and continues until 8 o'clock on New Year's Day, 8 a.m. in the morning.
Okay, so pretty good.
Plenty of great options for people to get around. The Go is also free, so public transit, no surge pricing tonight for public transit, so take full advantage.
That's a great point, Stuart. We know the Lyft and Uber will be charging through the roof. So what's the best advice, though, for getting around? Because, of course, there's only so many areas you'd really want to get on or get off in order to get to where, the downtown waterfront, et cetera. What's the best advice from the TTC?
Yeah, so a couple of things. I mean, first of all, as you explained, the city has a whole bunch of things happening on the waterfront this year, more so than in past years. And that's great because what it means is that after the fireworks end, you can stick around and attend other things. You can get down early and attend other things. We've got extra service. In addition to being free, we've got a lot of extra service, frequent subway service, bus and streetcar to get you to viewing areas, for example, in the East End at Sherbourne, in the West End, Bathurst and Spadina. We're going to have extra service on all of those lines, as well as, of course, on the Line 1 subway. The last train leaves Union Station at 2:30. So if you're at Union before 2:30, you'll get a subway. If you're after 2:30, you'll still have 24-hour service. It won't be on a subway. An important note, though, is Union Station. If you are attending the waterfront festivities, maybe think about attending somewhere other than the central waterfront. Union Station will be very, very busy. The city is doing something different this year. They are severely restricting access into Union Station for Go customers and TTC customers. There'll be very limited access. For us, it will be through the entrance on Bay Street, just south of Front. That's how you'll get into the TTC station. There could be lineups if the station gets busy. Our best advice is if you encounter a lineup at that entrance, go to one of the other stations, perhaps St. Andrew or Osgood on the university side, King or Queen on the Young side, or simply go to an event that's outside of the central core.
Yeah, I can remember I work New Year's Day almost every year, it seems, and those lineups and those videos of sort of the packed stations. So I understand the idea here. So effectively, if you can't get on there, maybe just start walking north till you find a station where you can get on. What about those specifically south around Queens Quay? I used to live there. I mean, there's really just, the streetcar, not a whole lot of, capacity, I would suppose, there. How is that going to impact the TT service along there this evening?
Yeah, so I think it's fair to assume that right after the fireworks, that will be the busiest time. We have to operate in mixed traffic, and of course, we have to operate safely. So if there's a lot of pedestrian congestion on Queens Quay in particular, our service along there will be impacted. That's usually quite short-lived, just as the event is ending. But we'll be working with Toronto Police and the city in terms of road closures and extra service to get our service through. But of course, we have to operate safely. So the best advice again is to sort of get away from the waterfront after the events and look to take transit somewhere just outside of Queens Quay, or even just sort of go up as far as Dundas or even points north if you can.
Yeah, Stuart, sounds like this is an all hands on deck kind of a day and night for the TTC.
Yeah, it is for everybody. I mean, as I say, we've worked with Go, we've worked with the city and Toronto Police to manage that issue around Union Station in particular, but more broadly as well. I mean, just making sure that everybody has a fun, safe night. It is all hands on deck. We're going to have extra staff on the streets. So if you're a bit confused about where to go if you come to Union Station, for example, we'll have plenty of people out there to help direct you and make sure you can get home safely.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you about, because we also know it's going to be kind of cool, maybe even a little wet and snowy tonight as well. So if there's more evidence of, if people are perhaps missing this interview here, at least if you'll be outside tonight, they'll be pretty obvious where you'll see some TTC and sort of get some guidance to move people around properly. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, for sure. And particularly in those areas around Union Station, we've really focused on that because, just in the last couple of years, it has been incredibly congested, which is why the city has made that decision to close Union Station. But we'll have plenty of people there to sort of help direct you. If you find yourself at Union Station, you'll have people to guide you and say, look, hey, if you're going toward VMC, for example, or if you're going Line 2 West, maybe look to take St. Andrew or Osgood. If you're on the other side, if you're going east, go up to King or Queen. And we'll have extra subway service as well on line 2 and line 4 even. So if you leave Union at 2:30, you're not going to get to line 4, for example, at say 3 and not have a subway. There will be one there waiting for you. So that service will be extended, and it's all linked up to make sure that people get the ride that they need.
Okay, well, that is all good to know ahead of the big festivities tonight. That is TTC spokesperson Stuart Green. Stuart, appreciate this. Good luck with everything tonight, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, Nick. Thanks.
Thanks, Stuart.